Hello, my name's Jake, welcome to the channel. I started my exterior cleaning business around about 3 years ago now, and I was very naive when I started. I thought, I'm going to start a pressure washing business, and that's all I'm going to do. Hence the reason I called my business Smelts Pressure Washing. And I learned very quickly that that wasn't really sustainable. Most exterior cleaners don't just do pressure washing all year round, but I didn't know that at the time. Some of them do, but they're sort of catching bigger fish than I am. And so when I was approaching my first winter, September, October sort of time, the pressure washing work absolutely dropped off a cliff. I didn't really have a massive customer base at this point. And so I realised very quickly I had to diversify and start offering other services that were going to complement my pressure washing business. So in this video, I'm going to use my experience to show you a bunch of other services that you can offer to keep the money rolling in over winter. Now I'm going to start with some of the more obvious services, and then we're going to move into some that you may not have considered at all. So the first one, obviously, when it comes to late October, November, all the leaves are starting to fall off the trees and people are looking into getting their gutters cleared out. Gutter clearing is a really good upsell to any sort of exterior cleaning business, whether you offer window cleaning or pressure washing or even gardening, anything like that. To be able to offer gutter clearing, it's another one of those yearly maintenance things that when you do a good job, these customers are just going to keep coming back to you year after year. The one thing I'd say about gutter clearing, it's quite a high barrier to entry when it comes to cost. So for the vacuum alone, on average, you're looking to spend about 460 quid. And then depending on which vacuum poles you want, carbon fibre, aluminium, that could take you all the way up to £1,000. The one thing I would say is you might think, great, gutter clearing, I can do everything from the ground. I would argue that that's not the case. I think you still need a set of ladders. Even if you've got inspection cameras and all that sort of gear, it's very common for the odd downpipe to be blocked. And you'll have to actually get up the ladders, disassemble the downpipe and clear it out by hand. That happens most weeks, so if you haven't got a solution for that, you need a set of ladders. Now another obvious one is roof cleaning. And this leads on from gutter clearing. If you can say, I'm going to charge you £90, £100 to clear your gutters, but look at your roof, like in 6 months' time, all that moss is going to drop back into your gutters and it's just going to be an ongoing issue for you. If you can fix the root cause of the issue, which is cleaning the roof, it's a much higher ticket service, and in the long run, it's arguably much more cost effective for the customer. Now again, there is a few caveats with roof cleaning. I would suggest personally that if you've got less than 12 months of experience with your pressure washer, I would avoid roof cleaning. I think you need to get familiar with your machine on ground surfaces. You need to understand how to adjust the pressure. You need to know how to fix things when they go wrong. Dealing with the waste at ground level is something that takes time to learn. How to deal with low water pressure, poor drainage, all that sort of stuff is going to take you months and months and months of experience to figure out how to do these things effectively, because no one really tells you, because it's not something you can really Google. Unless you work with someone else who's got experience in that sort of stuff, you've just got to sort of figure it out for yourself. So doing it at ground level is much safer than throwing yourself straight up onto a roof and running into all those problems when you're up on a tower or a cherry picker or whatever. It's a totally different ballgame. The other thing I'd say about roof cleaning, again, like gutter clearing, it's a much higher barrier to entry when it comes to cost. You're either going to have to buy or rent a scaffolding tower or a cherry picker. Chances are you're going to need a high quality pole, either a high pressure pole or a roof scraping pole, depending on which services you want to offer. These aren't cheap. You might want a foot pedal. You're going to need something to apply a soft wash treatment. All these things stack up to potentially thousands of pounds worth of extra equipment on top of what you've already spent on your pressure washing kit. I would personally suggest building up to that and just don't jump into it straight away, because there's so much to go wrong and so much to learn. So with those higher ticket services, you're introducing potentially quite a lot more risk. Now, I've said this before, but I still maintain that the one piece of exterior cleaning equipment that I've bought that has made my business the most money, I reckon that's my Waterfed Pole. I think a Waterfed Pole opens up so many options when it comes to exterior cleaning. It means that obviously you can start cleaning windows with it. I didn't realise, but there's lots of window cleaners that carry on cleaning windows all the way through winter. Regardless of my thoughts on window cleaning, if you can build up like a tight local round, it's repetitive income, it's safe, it's secure, and it's another one of those services that's going to keep the money rolling in over winter. Other things you can do with the Waterfed Pole, you can start cleaning gutters, fascias, soffits. You can start cleaning conservatories, solar panels. You can use it to apply biocide to a roof after you've cleaned it. Soft washing patios, chemical treatments, all that sort of stuff. I still maintain that if you get yourself a good Waterfed pole, it'll pay for itself within a couple of weeks, and it opens up so many more avenues of work. So last year when my brother was working with me, we decided to start advertising for Christmas lights. We thought, if we're already using ladders, we're already clearing gutters and all that sort of stuff, there's not many businesses out there offering Christmas light installation. I think this is a really nice, easy little add-on service. We decided that we were going to incorporate a minimum charge for Christmas light installation because it's a fairly low ticket job, but you can potentially be in and out of a property within half an hour, which is what we found. So we set our minimum charge to £75 and we were doing houses all the way up to around about £140. and we actually took quite a few bookings last year, so it was well worth it. Obviously, you need a set of ladders again. We never supply the Christmas lights. It's too much hassle making sure the customer's happy with the colour, the design, getting the right length for each property. I didn't want to deal with all that, so I'll put up the customer's Christmas lights that they provide. We can supply the clips and the fixings and all that sort of stuff. And this is another fantastic opportunity to upsell your other services. So if you're already offering gutter clearing and PVC washing, what better time to say, yeah, we can put your Christmas lights up. Have you considered having your gutters cleared while we're up there, or your soffits and faces cleaned, just to make everything look a bit prettier when the Christmas lights go up? It's such an easy upsell, and if you've got a set of ladders, I thoroughly recommend that you start advertising for it like right now. Everyone wants to start booking in around end of November, start of December, so you need to get on that one pretty quick if that's something you're interested in. Soft washing. So if earlier in the year you cleaned someone's patio, we've done quite a few patio restorations this year where we've totally repointed the whole thing, chemically treated it, cleaned it up. Chances are that when it starts to get really miserable and damp and cold, no matter how thoroughly you've cleaned it, the algae on that patio is going to start growing back, it's going to start getting slippy again. And so rather than wait till next year and have to pressure wash the whole thing again, you can get in touch with these customers and say, we can pop back this winter and apply a soft wash chemical treatment, which is going to help to maintain the patio. It'll stop it from going slippy. It'll get rid of all that algae for you. You can apply a sodium hypochlorite treatment, which is going to work instantly and you'll see results on the day. And it's so much easier and cleaner and quicker than having to pressure wash the whole lot again. Or you can use it as an opportunity to start upselling a biocide maintenance plan, for example, where you come back every 6 months, apply some biocide to keep the patio looking fresh. And the way you can sell it to your customer is, instead of us coming back every 12 months and you paying full price for us to come back and pressure wash the whole lot again, potentially damage the pointing, add more unnecessary wear on the patio, you can just maintain it with a chemical treatment. I've got a minimum charge of around about £75 for the smallest patio to come out and do the biocide treatment, and then it's about £1 per square metre after that. Very quick and easy, no mess, really easy service to offer. Now I'm sure other people have thought about this in the past as well. This time of year money might be tight, and if work started to slow down, you might be getting a bit nervous. You don't want to spend any money, which is totally understandable. Earlier this year, me and my friend Richard started developing this tactic where even if you don't have the equipment just yet, but it's a service that you intend to offer in the future, like gutter clearing or fascia washing, all that sort of stuff, you can start taking bookings for those services before you've even purchased any equipment. What Richard did was, the customers he'd already landed, he was pressure washing their driveways or their patios, and before he left he'd say, I'm planning on offering gutter clearing after summer. I haven't bought the equipment yet. If this is something you're interested in, we can get you booked in today. We can give you a certain percentage off. And at that point, he already had a bunch of customers booked into the calendar before he'd even purchased the equipment. And you can do this with pretty much any service. If you've just landed a couple of gutter jobs, you can approach these customers after you finish the job and say, I've noticed your patio's looking a bit green. I noticed you've got a load of weeds coming out your driveway. I haven't bought the equipment yet, but I'm planning on getting a pressure washer in February or March. Can I get you booked in for next year? I think it's really important to nail down a date on the day. You don't want to sort of leave it up in the air for the customer to get back to you when they're ready. But also you don't want to do the hard sell and put any pressure on the customer. But if they like you and you've developed that rapport with them, then it's a really good idea to pull your calendar out if you can. If you've got it on your phone or tablet or whatever, pull your calendar out and just say, is there any particular date that suits you? And get them booked in there and then just send them a text about a week before to remind them. This way you could have 10 or 15 pressure washing jobs lined up before you've even bought the equipment. 5 of which might have already paid for the equipment before you've even started, so you've got that bit of extra security as well. Now the last thing I want to talk about, this is just like a little story about what's happened over the last couple of weeks. Things went quiet for me as well, but I didn't panic because this happened last year. What I did was start sending a few emails out to local schools in my area. So my son's school and my daughter's school, I literally just sent them an email saying, hi, I'm so-and-so's dad. I popped into the school to pick them up the other day and I noticed that you could do with getting your gutters cleared or your windows cleaned. And I just sent them a really polite, informal email. Here's a link to my website. Let me know what you think. Now, my daughter's school just said, thanks for your email. I've passed it on to the head teacher. My son's school, they got in touch straight away and they said, we'd like you to pop round to quote for the gutter clearing because we haven't had it done this year. Now, what I didn't know at the time was this school is an academy, but they've got strict rules on maintenance every year. And a lot of schools, you'll find that towards the winter, that's when they get all their maintenance done, ready for the new year. So this academy actually had a list of items that they needed doing every single year in order to conform with the standards of an academy. So as we were walking around and just getting a look at the gutters, I just mentioned, do you need your fascias are looking a bit green? Do you want those cleaning as well? He was like, yeah, put a quote in for that. Okay. Have you had your windows cleaned this year? No, we used to have a window cleaner, but we haven't seen him for 12 months. So yeah, put a quote in for that as well. And it was only a small school, but that equated to about £1,600 worth of work. And what I didn't realise is they've got another school about 10 miles away, which they also wanted me to go and quote as well. So we've landed the first quote, we've done the work, they're very pleased. We've just put another quote in for about $2,500 for the next school, and we're just waiting to hear back from them. So what I'm saying is all this work has come from 2 emails and me just being confident enough to say, have you considered having that done? Have you thought about that? You've got to put yourself out there, because at the moment, if you're fairly new to the industry, people don't know you exist. They don't care about you. Take a risk, be confident, do things that you think other people might not be doing, and eventually it will pay off and you'll think, why didn't I do this sooner? If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up below. If you think I've missed out any winter services that you think would be a great add-on for any exterior cleaners business, please drop them down in the comments below, and maybe that will help someone out this year. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel. See you on the next one. Now these videos take a lot of time and effort to film and edit on top of trying to run a successful pressure washing business. If you find any of the information in my videos useful, then I'd like for you to consider becoming a paid member of the channel. Circle members and above will get access to my private Discord for members only, where you can pretty much get a hold of me 24 hours a day for inspiration, technical help, marketing advice, or just a general chat. I post pictures and videos that you won't see on any of my other socials. You'll be the first to hear about giveaways, special offers and announcements, and it's just generally a nice place full of like-minded people who are all heading towards similar goals. We've got various different experience levels, we've got a few professionals in the chat as well. If you want to push your business, in my opinion, this is the place to be. We also have 2 other membership tiers. One is just to show a bit of support for the channel, and the other one is for boosted members, which will not only give you access to the private Discord, but also loads of high quality promotional images for you to start your business. I know what it's like when you're ready to get going but you don't have any before and after pictures to put on your leaflets. At the moment there's about 150 images that you can use for pretty much whatever you like, and my intention is to constantly update these over the next few years with all of my before and afters that have helped promote my business. Last thing before I let you go, new videos come out every Monday night at 5:30, and then I go live at 7:30 to chat to you guys and answer as many questions as possible. We do live quotes for real customers and just generally keep up to date with everything going on in the pressure washing world. Thanks for watching.